Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Listen, I'm not going to be on here long, but I want to chit chat for a minute. I'm out here in the wild. It's almost like I'm trying to escape from all of the craziness that's going on in the world right now. Just got through crossing this bridge. Getting ready to go take a look at the gorillas. Now, it is a lot of people out here. But listen, I mean, it's not like I want to bring you some bad news or anything like that. But you almost can't look at CNN anymore. I mean, they tell you everything that's going on, and it's almost too much for human consumption. I mean, now we've got people dying from these overdoses of drugs, these new drugs that are coming out, and they were talking about so many hundreds of thousands have died throughout the world. And then the Ukrainian war. I mean, it's just too much. And actually, people are talking about, I mean, all of the things that's going on right now. They're talking about, yeah, this is definitely the end of the times. But you got to keep in mind, in this generation, in our generation, we haven't seen devastation like this before. As far as world wars, viruses that affected the whole world, we haven't seen that type of devastation before. Only because we hadn't been here. But when you think about even back in the Roman days, they had pestilence, they had viruses and sickness that were killing millions of people, not thousands, but millions of people. I mean, during Pharaoh's time, they had the plagues that killed out of the newborn baby. Wow, they're shaking the bridge. That's too many people on there. That's too. Yeah, that's too many people on there to be shaking it like that. Kids, they're shaking that swinging bridge. That's kind of dangerous. It was fun to the kids, but it was too many people on there for them to be shaking it like that. But anyway, yeah, back even in Pharaoh's days, they had the plagues, and the Lord had look at that. The Lord had provided a way of escape if they would put the blood up on the front of their buildings, that the death angel would pass over. And then, we had yellow fever. We had a lot of plagues and viruses throughout the centuries. And every century, we always said, well, this is the coming of the Lord. This time is going to evil. Well, true enough, and we're getting closer and closer. So our generation haven't seen this type of devastation before. And then Black Lives Matter. Then they just showed where this other young man, what was he, 24, 26, just came from another country to flee persecution and got over here and got killed by the police because he got stopped. He got stopped, guys, for improper tags. And the white policeman shot the black man in the head with his gun. First he used his taser. And it's just it's just devastating to see the evilness of man. People are really evil. And that's not all people. That's not all. But that's some. That's some. And when you think about, they were talking about Putin too. I mean, I'm not trying to give you the news broadcast, but I'm just doing a little venting myself. They were talking about how the government being corrupt. We already knew that. But power, money, power. I mean, in much power, there's a lot of madness. And we know that this guy Putin is, he was corrupt before he was elected president. And then they're still talking about Trump with all of the corruption he was doing. All of that is beginning to come out more and more on CNN. So we're seeing some of the devastation in our times, and it's not new. It's been since man was created. Man, man. And it shows us the depths of how much we need God in our life, because without God, you see the corruption. And we used to think that, well, in America, you know, these politicians and they choose who they want and what have you, and a lot of that is true. But you can't even compare us to the other countries. We better be glad we live in a democratic society, because at least we can get some justice. And now that I'm looking at all of this going on in the world, I'm really glad to be in America, because it's sad. It's not sad as, I don't know the word for it, but thanks for giving me this little time, because I did want to talk about this, and there's some other things I want to show you too. Getting ready to get up from my little bench. I'm headed to, before I go back over that bridge, I'm going to head and take a look at the gorillas, okay? Okay, guys, I was going to show you the gorillas and the warthogs and the monkeys and all of that, but dog, this is gorillas is that away. If I don't get close, it's where the gorillas are. Here's a picture of one right there. How much farther for the gorillas?
It's not that far. It's the end of this trail,
but
they're not there.
They're not there?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I came all the way across that bridge for the gorillas. Well,
Hey, you can try.
no. I didn't bring my riding animals. Gorillas anyway, so you won't see the gorillas today. They're not out. Okay, what they got here? They got the leopards, manatees, the bongos, the red river hogs, and the gorillas. Okay, and we're not going to see none of that today, because I'm heading back across the swinging bridge, because the gorillas aren't out. But you know, you have to try to get out a little bit and get away from all of that. Get a chance to smile. You need the opportunity to smile sometimes about something, even if you're looking at the animals and smiling. God bless you, and you be encouraged.